Hi everyone, it's Brianna back for week 6. From our week's reading, this week we read about Deb Margolin's Minding My Own Business, Paths Between Text and Self, as well as Peter Lobdell's Practicing the Paradox Addressing the Creative State. I probably butchered those names, I'm so sorry. Let's get into it. Something that really stood out to me from Margolin's chapter was her acting teacher's strange exercise. In this exercise, an actor was given a piece of text from a play of the teacher's choice. The actor was to stand in front of the class and try to read the text as neutrally as possible. But when the teacher said, "Change!" the actor had to drop the piece of paper and seamlessly begin talking about an important personal experience, continuing to do so until the teacher said, "Change!" again, and the actor had to pick up the piece of paper and continue from where they left off in the script. The actor would go back and forth between picking up the script and reading it and going back to their personal story and reciting that story back and forth over and over and over again. And they would keep doing this multiple times until the actor was performing the text like how they were telling the story. I think that this would be a helpful exercise for my students, considering how it could help students step out of making assumptions when they first read a script, allowing the actor to actually engage with the text and potentially gain a better understanding of the story they would not have been able to get from before if they were just judging the text immediately when they first got it in their hands. You have to be able to read this story neutrally without putting a perspective on it in order to truly understand the perspective. A little ironic, isn't it? Though I think instincts are important, I also know that when an actor is not careful, their instincts can become very repetitive. This exercise helps students to get more comfortable with unfamiliar stories and bring more truth into a performance, which I think is very helpful, especially for younger students, like the ones in junior high and high school, which I'm working with. Another concept that stood out to me from this week's reading was Lobdell's discussion of tension and relaxation as both physical and psychological states that affect the actor and determine whether or not they'll be able to effectively use creativity. After all, if an actor is too tense, they will be too tense to function, much less clearly think enough to be engaged in the scene and try new creative ideas. An actor must be able to relax, whether it be through stretching or being able to take deep breaths to settle the heart. And stretches, they help relieve the tension. Deep breaths can help you relieve the heart, calm yourself down, those sorts of things. The actor should be able to do what's best for them, to be able to understand that it's okay to relax and that they should relax. However, that being said, actors should be careful not to be too loose either. After all, if an actor is too relaxed, they won't be able to concentrate, and any ideas that they do come up with for the scene will be sort of vague, if not bland, rather than creative. I think that this is a useful point I would like to bring up with my own students. At the top of my head, I can already think of a handful of students, though talented, often get into their own heads and are very tense on stage whenever they perform scenes. I lost my spot. In the chapter, Lobdell gives an example of a unique relaxation exercise I would like to try with my students, specifically the one where the actors focus their attention on the smallest possible point muscle group at the top of their head. They are to lift the muscle ever so slightly on an inhale and then let it go with the next exhale. Slowly, actors move their attention down the body until they reach their feet, resulting with their bodies being relaxed, their mind refreshed, hence allowing the actors to be able to concentrate on the scene, but loose enough to be creative in the decisions as well. Thank you for watching.